So I decided to do some braids on Inonge's hair, and this is the outcome. She definitely loved it. I loved it, and all this was done under 2 hours, so super fast, and it went so well, smoothly, and no problems at all. And so if you want to know just how we came up with this look, how we achieved this, down this video. Welcome to my channel, and remember to like, subscribe, and share. So to get in this video, to make Inonge's braids, I had to start with straightening her hair, and I used the brush, this hair blower brush. And so just to make sure that her hair is straight and easy to make the braids, because you do not want to struggle through the hair like when it's tangled. So straight hair is definitely better when you have to make some braids. It actually also looks very neat. And so Inonge is used to this brush, and her hair was deep conditioned before, just to make sure that it's soft, and we so that we could go through this process easier on her, so it's not painful. And so she was able to see it through, and she's used to this brush. And so I just went ahead to add some oil on her hair after blow drying it with a brush and straightening it. So to straighten a child this age, Inonge's age, usually you have to be really gentle and not make the process so strenuous on their hair or painful. And so when you blow drying the hair, it's good to start at the ends of the hair. That's where the tangles usually form, and so you work your way down and to the roots, and this goes so easy and painless. As you can see, she sits through this process. She does not complain, because you can see, I'm doing it gently, and I'm starting at the end and working to the roots, and that way the process is painless on her hair. And so I've been using this brush, and of course we try not to use as much heat on her hair, because of course heat is not good for your hair growth. And so we minimize how much heat we use, to usually when we when I'm making braids in this kind of a way. But usually her hair is okay. I can style her hair without having to straighten it. So you have to minimize as well how often you do use heat on a child's hair, especially this age, because you do not want to destroy their hair with the heat. So this is the type of braids or extensions that I decided to use on her hair. I bought this from one oriental shop here in Finland, and these are pre-stretched, so it makes it easier. I do not need to stretch it. I am going to just separate them and just start to make. I do not need to do anything, but one thing I did was I applied some conditioner, conditioner on it, just to make it softer and so that it does not itch on her scalp. So that's what I did. Then I separated it, and then I went ahead to start braiding her hair. I started at the back. As you can see, her hair is not so tangled anymore, so it makes this process much easier. And so I just started at the back, and as you saw, the braids were quite big. I did not want to take too long. These were her first braids, and I do not want the process to last too long. And let's just see how long the braids will last on her hair. And the making process, obviously I do not want it to last too long, and so we made quite big braids. I think these are okay for her. She doesn't need, she's a child, she does not need to have so many braids or heavy braids on her hair. The braids done, and it only had a total of maybe 22 braids, It was maybe 11 on one side and 11 on the other side, so a total of 22 braids in her head, and that was not so bad. I mean, for her age, this is okay. So I went ahead and just started, I had also put the braids in the hot water to make them not to unravel at the end, and now I added some foam just to make them hold and also to make them shine. And so this was it. She was done, and I just asked her to come and look in the mirror and see how she looked, and she loved it. She loved the braids, and these braids have actually lasted so long, and it's been so easy to style her hair in the morning when going to daycare, and I'm definitely going to do this again. I find this so easy, especially because they last long and they did not take long to make. It was under 2 hours, straightening of her hair and also braiding under 2 hours. It didn't take long, and I loved it. And I did add some beads at the end, but which I ended up removing later on because it was kind of like she was playing with them too much and trying to I don't know what she was trying to do with them, but she was like taking them out. So I ended up just taking all of them out, and so she has had to be without the beads, but the hair has been so good. And definitely this will be our go-to style for Inonge when I'm making her hair. I find that the braids actually, I think, would be best for her. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again in the next video. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. Bye.